Hello fellow brick fanatics, DJ Bricks here, back for another video. If you like what you see, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Today I am taking a look at a 2023 LEGO Marvel set based off the Disney Junior show Spidey and His Amazing Friends. It is Green Goblin's Lighthouse. It is set number 10790. It comes with 149 pieces. It is aimed at that 4+ demographic, and I paid $34.99 or $35 here in the United States. But without further ado, let's start deconstructing the set and see how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. So first minifigure we're going to take a look at is Miles Morales. Going over accessories first, he does come with that big web piece that was introduced for this line that can be held in a minifigure's hand or clipped onto something, or if you get two of those, they can be clamped together just to create a web trap. He also comes with the standard Spider-Man web piece in a red color to represent his webs that are in the show. Going over the actual minifigure though, it is based off of the scuba outfits that these characters do wear in the show from time to time. So we do have a reuse of that globe helmet element that they introduced a while back. That is easily removable, and you can get a better look at that head there. It's very stylized and very cartoony to represent the kind of little cutesy animation that this show has. Very nice simplified torso print as well, very consistent with how it is designed in the show. Very nice details as well. He does come with the mid legs there in a bright red color, so that is pretty nice. Again, they just use those just to create the size, the cutesy little size that these characters are within the show. And flipping them around, you can see the back head printing as well as the back torso printing. You got a nice little detail of the breathing apparatus continue on from the front there. So next minifigure we're going to take a look at is Ghost Spider. Once again, like Miles, she does come in the set in scuba gear. So she does come with those mid legs in a purple color, consistent with her previous ones, and also giving the size difference with the whole design of the show that they're going for. She has some very nice torso printing representing her scuba suit there, as well as some nice detail for the top of the helmet there. Again, it's very simplified, it's very cutesy, that just correlates with the animation style. And like Miles, she also comes with that globe helmet element that represents the helmet of the scuba gear, but taking that off you get a better look at her head, which is the same as the previous wave of sets for this sub theme. And then flipping her around, she has no back head detail, which is, as I noticed when I reviewed the first wave, that's kind of strange that she doesn't have anything, but here it works fine just because you'd be able to see it if she had an alternate head or something. Her back torso printing as well is very nicely done. A little bit of shading there just to add dimension to that little thruster pack scuba gear that is printed on the back of her torso. So looking at the Goblin next, going into his accessory first, it's one of his pumpkin tricks. They don't call it a bomb in the show, they just call them tricks. So at previous sets, we actually got the pumpkin piece with whatever trick it was kind of put into it, but here we just get a minifigure head that is printed with the cutesy jack-o'-lantern design of his pumpkins that's in the show. So that is very nice, and it does have printing around the back too, just to represent the lines of the pumpkin, and that is very well done, but removing that so we can get a better look at the torso, he does come with purple mid legs unprinted there, and the torso print is very nice. It's very accurate to the show, and it does have all that shading and definition. Again, definitely simplified, going for how it looks in the show. He does have a nice face as well. It really captures the design the show has. The headgear is also the same we've always seen for the comic book Goblins, where it's that dual molded piece from the series, I want to say 13 Goblin minifigure. I would have liked to have seen printing on this, having seen what he actually looks like in the show. He does, his hat here is kind of stitched up, so I would have loved to have seen that. Otherwise, no complaints there. And flipping them around, you do have some nice back torso printing. Again, it's very simplified here. And flipping his headgear around, he does have an alternate expression, one that's kind of sad and kind of shocked. The final figure we're going to take a look at is Sandman, based off his appearance in this animated show. Starting off with his accessory, he does come with that treasure map piece that was introduced in a Pirates line really long ago, like 2015. So that is relevant to the story the set has for the play scenario, but taking that away, we can take a better look at the torso and legs. Standard dark brown unprinted legs here. The torso print is very nice. It does have that Sandman look to it, but it is corresponding with the outfit he has in the show. But he also does come with that typical thing we see with every single Lego Sandman minifigure, which is his hands and part of his arm are already transformed into sand. That's just Lego's way of showing off his power. But in the actual show, he has like dark brown gloves on, and he has short sleeves actually for this outfit. They may have been looking at concept art there. That might explain the difference, but again, the tan arms are just usually Lego's way of showing off his powers. And he also has a very nice facial expression. It does kind of resemble the animation of the show, how he looks in there, but it also does look really good for a generic Sandman minifigure. And then he does come with that old Clone Wars widowed peak hair that we've seen on numerous previous Sandmans as well. And flipping this figure onto the back, he does have some nice back torso printing, continuing this the details of his suit here. You would kind of have an S formed with the orange liner there. And I'm not going to flip the hairpiece around because he doesn't have an alternate face with this head. So this is the set all built up. Pretty much you get the lighthouse and the island surrounding it. You get a little bit of a shipwreck, a little bit of beach, you get some vehicles. Build experience was not too bad. Again, this is a 4+ set. It's aimed at younger builders with easier to build parts. So a lot of stuff here is simplified just for that. So everything went together pretty smoothly. It was all very easy to follow. So let's start taking a closer look at each element of the set. So first up, we're going to take a look at this jet ski build that you give for Ghost Spider. It's pretty simplified. You do have the friend style handlebars there for gripping. Does utilize her color scheme pretty well. Again, on the front here, you do have a printed part. Everything in the 4+ line is printed. There are no stickers, and that one in particular is reused from a previous set, but it is a very nice print and very, you can get Ghost Spider standing there pretty easily, but it is a little bit harder getting her hands to grip the handlebars, and also she cannot sit. She can only really stand here. Otherwise, her hands won't reach the handlebars that they put on this thing. You look at the other small build of the set, you get a glider for Green Goblin. It does utilize an orange and lime green color scheme. It is pretty fitting for the Goblin and his pumpkin bombs. You do have a little bit of a jet stream built out here, utilizing those Monkey Kid cloud pieces in a trans green color. Not exclusive to the set, but they are still pretty rare, and this is a cheaper way to get them if you wanted them. And then you do have a nice little studded spot there just for a Green Goblin to stand, and it does fit in hand pretty well, and you can fly it about. So going into the main build of the set, you do get Green Goblin's Lighthouse here, and it's surrounded by other stuff that is on the island in the show. You do get a shipwreck at this corner. You do get a little bit of a beach at this side. The main bulk of the set is built up on this rock facing. And then you do get a little bit of a trolley minecart situation connecting the two ship beach parts. So starting at the base of the lighthouse area, you do get this nice little jail cell that you can pop any figure into and just lock them up. There's a nice little detail there. There's some rock work using some big ugly rock pieces on the side there. At the very back, there's also a piece of grate here just to fully enclose the space. However, if you want to lock up a figure, there is a trap door up here just for ease of getting the figure out, which is all very nice. Also, you can just throw a figure in there as well through that. But the other thing, this is very modular, so you can just rip this whole part off if you want to easily get in there if your hands are a little bit bigger. So I do appreciate that, thinking with the kids how they're going to access that area. Now moving on to the actual lighthouse, it's built up very nicely with some lavender, some dark purple, some orange, very goblin colors, and it's very accurate to how it is depicted in the show. You even got the pumpkin up there with the jack-o'-lantern. It's very nicely printed. And you do have the windows on the actual lighthouse printed there as well. Flipping this around to the back, you can see not a lot here at the back of the top of the lighthouse, and then at the back of the bottom floor of the lighthouse, you do get this nice little control panel showing some specs for Goblin, that the lighthouse is about to be under attack, and various other readings. And you do have a little bit space to pose a figure in front of that. It's only 2 studs deep, so you really can't get that much usable space there, but it is enough for a kid to play with. And like the floor over the jailhouse, this can also be removed, so you can place this wherever you want to play, and you can also get figures down into this lower part with the trolley part down there. Moving on to this part of the set, it's representing the shipwreck that's in the show. However, in the show, it's a full pirate ship. They just represented just a small part of it in the set, just to give you the idea here. So you do get a bit of the hull, a little bit of the steering wheel, and a little bit of a cutesy little flag represented here as well. And it is very loosely connected to the train track if you want to switch this all around for modular play, but you do get a roller coaster, bit of a roller coaster track here for that cart system. And bringing that cart system all the way back, it does just use the basic chassis of the roller coaster Lego pieces here that just fit on that track, so you can just load any figure you want here and they fit just fine, and you can just send them through. However, if you have them standing like this, they do not go through this little cavern system, so you kind of have to have them sitting down here. So that is a little bit of a design flaw, but most kids are just going to have them seated there. And this does go all the way around to, that track just leads you to this nice little other part of the island with some beach. You got a nice little palm tree build there. You do get crab, and you do get a treasure chest attached to the 2-point jumper there. There's a couple over here on the ship as well. So you can place this treasure anywhere, and that is what the map that Sandman had is leading to. So you can just place this all about the island and do a treasure hunt. So that is a very nice play feature. And opening up, you do get a nice amount of booty here. You do get a red gem. You do get 3 of those coins with the crown printing that was introduced in Series 22 last year. That has been reused here. So it's a nice print. Detailing some generic old coin, but that is all you get for the builds of the set. So extra pieces this time around. You get a small selection. Most interesting, you get a extra red gem, an extra one of those Baraki red eyes here. But standout is you do get an extra one of those printed coins. So taking a look at the instructions here, we do get 4 of them for each part of the build. First one builds the little bit of the beach and Ghost Spider and her jet ski. You also do have the cross out at the back here for the Amazing Spidey and his Amazing Friends line, with some of the sets released last year and then the 3 new sets for this year, as well as the parts inventory at the back. The rest of them don't really have anything too standout-ish. The second one builds the Lighthouse. Third one builds the base of the island. And the fourth one, I mean, just builds the Miles and the shipwreck. If you look at the box here, you got that $30 to $40 size here. You got Lego Marvel logo up the top. You got a nice product shot of the set. 4+ in the corner, letting you know that it is aimed at that building demographic. You do get the minifigures call out at the bottom upper corner. You do have that little slice showing you the media that the set is based off. You do have all the comic book brick paneling that we've been seeing with Marvel stuff for the past couple of years. You do have Ghost Spider up at the top, supporting the actual size reference. And then on the back, they just show you all the stuff included in the set and a little show of how easy it is for kids to put. So going into my final thoughts, the build overall was pretty simple for a 4+ set, but it is very fragile in places, but they do that by design, so it's easier to assemble and it's also easier to put back together if it falls apart for kids. No, when I was transporting this set, I accidentally grabbed it in the wrong spot, so it all just fell and my hand broke. But it was pretty easy to put back together. However, it does have a few problems, namely the mine cart there can't go underneath the little cliff part of the island without the minifigure sitting down, but they're advertised on the box that you can kind of do that. It's not really good to me. Minifigures, however, you do get a nice array of them. You do get Ghost Spider and Miles in exclusive outfits. Green Goblin, it's his base, so it makes sense for him to be here. And then getting this show's interpretation of Sandman here is very nice. Again, he does have the drawback of how Lego chooses to do Sandman, which is just make part of his limbs tan just to represent his power. So but I'm not holding that against the figure. Quality, I have no issues with quality here. All the prints are very good and well done. Overall, for price, getting into that, $35 for this. It may look bad especially looking at that piece count. But 4+ sets are always kind of not priced right, considering how few pieces they often include, and the big pieces they often include as well. However, I don't think this set is worth $35. I think take $5 off of it for $30. This is far more a $30 set to me. So if you can find it where it is knocked off $5, get it. If you can buy it from Shop at Home, knocking off $5, get it there as well. But overall, the set is going to get a 9 out of 10 for me. What do you guys think about the set? Let me know in the comments below. And I will see you in the next review. Until next time, stack on.